Shalom, shalom. I'm Brother Markab. But first and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, the honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and occupy there, they pushing the street with nothing but sincerity. End of the milk, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. So, today's June 19th, this whole day of so-called freedom for the slavery. And, well, the brothers that know, they just, it wasn't emancipated though, man. It was more of a like a transfer though, So it wasn't even no emancipation and shit like that, A bunch of bullshit though, This devil says. And they barely started doing this though because I remember in high school they didn't celebrate this day. I remember back in my high school times, which was like 20 years ago. Yeah, it was like 20 years ago. It was like barely Black Month history though, I believe they barely started celebrating that 20 years ago. Some shit like that, But like I said, man, at the end of the day, though, man, this devil just loves to give Jake the crumbs, though, man. He don't give him the whole plate. Not even a plate, though. Esau don't even give Jake a plate, though, man. He just gives him the crumbs, though, But so it's June 19th today, and so-called freedom for the slaves. It's just fucking bullshit, but you know what I mean? All this shit is bullshit, though. I understand that there's some people that got the day off today, though. Like my woman's mother-in-law, she didn't work today, so it was a day that they got off though. I work today though. I mean, I don't care. I don't mind until it's Friday. I work though. It's Chicago though. So yeah, man. So like what prompted me to make this video was I was hearing the brother from LA, Mike Allah. Brother makes all the points though, man. And he was talking about how in that movie Emancipation with Will Smith, which it's a good movie though. I ain't gonna lie though, it's a good movie. How he fought in the Civil War, and the reason why was it for the benefit of this devil, man. The benefit for this devil for having Jake though to fight his fights though, his war in the front lines though, man, because Jake was getting killed hella. Jake was hella getting killed though, man, being in the front lines and shit like that. So that's the thing, man. So like in the scripture it tells you never trust thy enemy though. Never trust thy enemy though. Because the thing is though is this motherfucker always do some slick shit. Always with that slick shit, man. Always. And today, I want to speak about is slavery in the scriptures, which it is though, Slavery is in the scriptures though. And a lot of these pastors and preachers don't even speak on it though. Like Deuteronomy, what is it, the second 22 chapter though? Yeah, they don't speak about Deuteronomy 22, about the whole rape thing though. I mean, we ain't putting it out there like that, you know what I mean? Like making it seem like we're rapists and shit like that. But I mean, it's there though, man. You know what I mean though? Yeah, shit might be a hard pill to swallow though, but at the same time, we can't deny that it's not there, It's a nice house. When we're here walking through looks like an Edomites neighborhood though, it's a good side of the Memorial though, and man, this is a nice, good looking houses on there. Walk through here though. Yeah, they got some nice looking houses though. Man, I wouldn't mind living here. Shit, but you know what? Shit, but in the kingdom, man, this is nothing compared to what we're gonna have in the kingdom, man. Lord will. In the kingdom, we're gonna have, like it says, Father has many mansions though. John the 14th chapter. I just ain't shit, man. But anyways, yeah. So slavery is in the scriptures though. So yeah. So we'll get it though, man. Let's get what is it, Joel? 3rd chapter. This, which is a prophecy that already came about though. Joel 3 and 3 it says, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. You see? So they have given lots to my people, and have given a boy for a harlot. Man, you imagine that though, man. You know, he's like, here's your fucking boy toy. You know? And back then, they were selling in the transatlantic slavery though. They were doing trade-offs too though, man. Like actually trading chick though for wine though. And those are facts though, you know? And this 4 it says, yea, and what have ye done with me, O Tyre, and Zidon, and all the coast of the Palestine, and will render me a recompense. And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. You know? These fucking these Hamites though, man. You know what I mean? These Hamites, they fucking sold our people. They say Africans sold Africans. They're fucking right though. No, they didn't. It was Ham though that sold our people though, man. You know what I mean though? Because these fucking Africans. And I'll jump down to 6 though, because it says 6 it says and the children also of Judah, of Jerusalem, and yet has sold into the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their border. You know, these are these Edomites though, man. Edomites though, that you might remove them far from their border. Yeah, you know what I mean though? Where the fuck we were at though, man? You know, Israel, you know, the west coast of Africa. You know what I mean though? You motherfuckers did that though, man. And says 7, it says, behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them, you know, which is here in America, and will return your recompense upon your own head. See? Whatever you have done to us, shit, it's gonna be done to you, man. Which in the kingdom, our kingdom, you guys are gonna be, you know what I mean, in shackles, which tells you that in Psalms, I believe the 147, you know, which, you know, that's a future prophecy too, though, which might as well get it, because that talks about slavery, you know. I believe it's 147. The nobles. Is it 147 or 148? Let me see real quick though. I know it says noble and chains. Well, it's 149. Yeah, there you go. Psalms 149 and 8, it says, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. See? These elites, man. Banker family, though, these are nobles, man. They're the ones that got the fucking money, though. See? To bind their kings and with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. See, we're gonna, in our kingdom, though, they're gonna be in chains, though, and things like that. Even fucking, what is Ezekiel, the 38 chapter, 39? Goes into that, though, man. You know what I mean, though? So, there you go, man. So, slavery is talked about in the scriptures, though, man. Yeah, it might be a hard pill to swallow, though, but at the same time, I mean, we talk about the whole book, from Genesis all the way to Revelation, though. You know what I mean? We talk about everything, though. Cover everything, though, man. You know what I mean, though? So, yeah, man. And that's the thing, though. So, another prophecy that came about, though, the infamous Deuteronomy 28 and 68, right? This infamous Deuteronomy 28 and 68 says, and the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold into your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Which the word buy goes actually to redeem, you know, no one's there to save you. So, and in Egypt, though, it's talking about America. You know what I mean, though? Because why would you need ships to travel to Egypt from Israel? It makes sense. I believe it's like a 200, 300 mile. Like, you could drive there, you know? Because why the fuck would you need ships, though, man? You go on the ship, though, you don't go fucking far, though, man. You know what I mean? See, because it says there, shall you not see it no more. We haven't, though. And they say that, well, How do you say no one will buy you though? When it's like, no, they did buy you still, man. You know what I mean though? Because I said that word buy goes into redeem though. You know what I mean? So that's the thing about it though, man. So this is a prophecy that has actually happened though. You know? So, like I said though, but see, we get punished though. We do though. For our mistakes though, sinning against the Most High though. You know what I mean? Because let's get the book of Baruch. Get Baruch. Where it says, yeah, I think it's Baruch. Yeah, Baruch 4 and 6, and it says, 5, I'll get 5. Baruch 4 and 5, it says, be of good cheer, my people, and the memorial of Israel. He was talking about Israel here, right? It says, ye were sold to the nations, not for destruction, though, but because ye have moved God to wrath, though, ye were delivered into the enemy. See? Go to book of Judges. You know what I mean, though? How many times we will mess up, though? We needed a judge, though, to judge us. See, but we're sold to our enemies, not for destruction, though. Because, see, if the Most High wanted to kill us as a nation, though, he would have done it a long time ago. But he sold us to these different nations, though, for punishment, though, man. You know what I mean? So it was all just punishment for our behalf. For what? Worshipping different idols. You know what I'm saying, though? Just being a heathen, though. Acting like a fucking heathen. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, though. So we now, you know, because I remember this brother, Juan brought this out, though, man. And he's the one that brought this out. And he read that, right? And I was like, first time hearing it, I'm like, oh, damn, you know? So, because, like I said, I was still kind of new. Didn't really understand, though. But now I understand, though, man. You know what I mean, though? Because how our people act, though, them motherfuckers should deserve to be fucking judged, though, man. You know what I'm saying, though? Because then, you know, you don't want to get all emotional, though, because you see the state of our people, though. But then, you know, you realize, though, well, they're put in that state for a fucking reason, though. You know what I mean, though? Our people, the Northern Kingdom, the Spaniards came, you know, fucking, the 1500s? What the fuck they did to the Northern Kingdom, though. They with Gad, though. They with Issachar, you know, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Incas, though. Really fucking took all of them out. You know what I mean, though? But you gotta understand, though, in that time, they weren't worshiping Yahweh by Shem Shai. Well, they weren't worshiping Yahweh, though. They were worshiping different idols, though. The sun god, and I believe, you know, Gad, though. They believe in a lot of gods, though. So their ass got taken out, too, you know? Well, not completely, though. But, hey, man, they got fucked up. You know what I mean? They got fucked up. So that's the thing about it, though, man. So we were put in captivity, though, for our mistake, though, you know? And we got to take an accountability for that, you know? Because, you know, that's the thing, man. It's a major thing with people in general. Don't hold themselves accountable for shit. You know what I mean, though? They don't hold themselves accountable for shit. So it's like, you know what I mean? I don't respect people like that, man. Hold yourself accountable for the shit you've done or said, though, man. You know? Which I'll get this last precept right here. One of my favorite precepts, though, you know, because a little quick testimony of mine. It's not a big testimony, but last week, on Saturday, man, I was feeling like shit, man. I had the stomach flu. I fucking threw up, though. You know, I had to go to work at 12. Yeah, I had a stomach flu, so fucking, you know what I mean? Threw up like twice, though. Well, at that same time, you know, that's one occasion, though, but fucking puked twice, though. You know what I mean? Body aching. And I still had to go to work like that. Hot as fuck that day. Yeah, I remember last week, though. Yeah, Saturday, you know? And fucking had a lot of people and shit, you know, it's my job, though, you know? That's why I just did what I had to do, you know? But still, man, fucking threw up. Feeling weak, though. Feeling like shit. Man, had to drive around, you know what I'm saying, though? headache though. Fuck, man. And all the people I had to drive that day. Saturdays are busy for me though, you know. Like today's chill though, you know. And that's why I'm able to make this video though, because you know it's a chill day though. So able to, you know, do all this though. Make, you know, a video, and whenever you got a chance to watch your brother's videos. So you know. So anyways, I'm gonna get Micah 7:9. It says, Micah 7:9 says, I will bear the indignation of the Most High because I have sinned against him. And so he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. See? And you have this light though, you have this truth though, and hold on to it, man. Push forward though, because we're almost home though, you know? So, that, you know, hopefully this video is edifying. Till next time I say, Shalom.